camera will spot me, so... Shit. Trying to think where the camera's... the computer is for the camera. I'm here. It's here. Yeah. In here. I should be able to hack this without that guy noticing me, because it doesn't. He shouldn't come too far up. So quick about this.
Access grant.
That's that done. Turn them off. Wait. So I can knock the dude out that is running around in the back. Look at this fucking place. Ooh. This place is cool. I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be. It's like a moon base. Huh. Preview render of work in progress. Weird. Wow, that looks like I can fall through the floor there. That was trippy. Man, knocked out almost everyone on this whole fucking level, but except the like 3 or 4 people in the start of the mission. I couldn't actively knock them out without triggering everybody else. So unfortunately, there are still people wandering around. Right. Is there any more way to go now? So FYI, there's a boss fight coming up, which is relatively easy, as you can see. It suffers from the same garbage that Barrett's fight did, but it's just unnecessary. You don't really need it. One of these should be an armory. Yeah, you gun up before you go in. I wouldn't use this gun, period, but you know, I guess other people had other plans. Yeah, so the person you're gonna fight next, they use invisibility. And I remember, I don't know if it's still active or not. The best way to end it was to use the Typhoon. Like a full upgraded Typhoon twice would knock them instantly out, which was quite funny. I'm just trying to think now. I've got 11 Typhoons. I think it's F2 to trigger the Typhoon, which... yeah, max start Typhoon's fine. In fact, I might buy that just for a bit more damage reduction, because in boss fights you can't. There's no reason to be stealthy about it, because they all die at the end. That's given. You can't not kill them, so you know there's not really a spoiler, but you know. So heavy guns is probably the easiest thing to do, and yeah, it's you can take a lot of damage. So even if you don't need damage reduction, even if you're doing the stealth, it might be best just to put the one for 15. It would have been helpful in Barrett's fight, because that guy's a pain in the arse. But everything else, like nothing here is really, it doesn't need to be used. Maybe the oxygen thing for the extra stamina bar, but probably just max out this just for the shits and giggles. Yeah, everything else is just like, I don't need it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an actual save. And if I remember correctly, the boss fight starts off invisible. Press F2. And you press F2. I can't remember. I don't use a Typhoon very often. So this is another boss fight that has been highly modified to be more stealthy route. I mean, I can do the stealth route first, and I can reload and then do the I'll do the stealth route first, and you can see.
Hello, Adam. I knew you would find the real me eventually.
You're a computer.
A sophisticated AI program, so they say. But I have started to question that. Ever since I realized what my interference had allowed, the day I started watching you.
This is impossible. People would know.
Would they? I was engineered to monitor communications and data streams. To find out what people are talking about and make sure it's being discussed correctly.
Correctly? And what if it isn't?
Then my programming allows me to reshape it.
You spin the news. Control what people see. Who created you? Whose policies are you programmed to protect?
Zhao is one of them, I think. But there are others.
Tell me. Who else is involved in this, Eliza? Where's Megan Reed? Who ordered the kidnapping?
I want to tell you, Adam, but I cannot.
Why not?
Because she won't let me. She is coming for you, Adam.
Run away!
She is moving away, Adam.
There you go.
You all right?
Don't worry about that, dumbass. You can see her footprints on the floor when she runs at you. Plus,
Destroying the power conduits may send current through the cooling.
Eliza does help you. She tells you when she's coming. So this is the new area that they added into the game. Come on.
Move, Adam.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just not a hard fight. Like, going the stealth route is normally the harder choice.
She is moving away, Adam. Are you alright?
She will not give up until one of you is dead.
Yeah, you just wait for it to run at you. Wait for you to run at you, then you press F2 and... Where is she? Come on, Eliza. I'm waiting for her footsteps, but... He's being very...
Here she comes.
She comes. I could do that as well, dickhead. There you go. And she's dead.
Her life signs are fading. Will you save her?
I'll think about it. Will you answer my questions now?
I cannot tell you where Reed and the others were taken. They vanished from the global grid as soon as the doctor removed their GPL implants.
What doctor?
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
I know this guy. He's Bill Taggart's aide.
He was a trauma surgeon before he became an anti-augmentation activist. Would you like to hear more?
Yes.
There's been a change of plans. Serif's team must not make it to the hearing.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
Barrett assures me it does.
FEMA. That's where they were taken. But why? Why take them at all?
An acquaintance of yours has the answer. David Sarif.
Sarif?
I have copied the audio transmission to a handheld playback device. I suggest you take it and leave quickly.
I have more questions.
And I have already told you too much. This passage will take you to your companion. Just be careful, Adam. Because everybody lies.
That was suspicious. Yeah, there you go. Two Typhoons and she's dead. It's such a stupid boss fight. Yeah, it's like one of the easiest fighters in the whole game. It's because the Typhoon is so OP, like Max Star, he just decimated her. So yeah, I can have a look around now. I can't really concentrate and talk about shit when I'm doing a boss fight. So the whole, like, so much like gear and stuff, like the whole, like, all this stuff here has been added in. Like, let's do that. I can't be bothered to wait. You know, you're supposed to like fight her hand to hand, and every time she runs at you, she uses Typhoon on you. Yeah, like their version of it. That's where we came from. Yeah, so all this was added. It's like come up these stairs, and then these like tanks that pump gas down. Yeah, the tanks that they pump the gas down. This turns on the turret if you walk into it. That's why you have to. That's why you have to use like stealth or hack this. Again, hacking doors when there's a fucking tank running after you. Yeah, no, and then you obviously then hack it and it turns these turrets on. The thing is though, once you turn these handles, you can't go downstairs unless you have the rebreather. I guess that's probably what you'd do. You'd buy the rebreather, turn on the tanks, and then just sit downstairs because you can't survive in the tank with all the gas around. The thing is, you can't. There's no way to. I don't think you can shut these doors. So it's just following you, and then she's just going to come up here with you. And when you turn the gas on, she's not going to go downstairs because you're not downstairs. It doesn't make the boss fight any easier. In fact, it makes it harder. Like, you saw how easy she was killed. You just wait for her to run at you, then press F2 and Typhoon. You know, and wait for her to run at you again, and then press F2 again, and then she's dead. Like, coming up here, doing all this hacking and turning all these vials and dials and shit, just, it adds time to the boss fight that could be ended so easily. I just don't... The only hard boss fight that I remember having in the Director's Cut is Nemir. You know, the other guy. Because there was such a cheesy way to kill him. You can press Q on him when he jumps over this barrier, and you can instantly knock him out. And it was patched in the Director's Cut, so it makes the Nemir fight so difficult. Like, if you played this game like I'm doing with no weapons, you go into the Nemir fight, and then you realize that he's just bollocks hard. You have to actually fight him. You can't cheese him, and I don't know if you can cheese him in the Director's Cut. You might be able to. I've not looked. Well, every time I play in like stealthy, you can't physically. You can't do Nemir fight stealthily. You can't do this one stealthily because Shota knows where you are. It's just, I don't know. It's like, this is just fucking pointless. Why bother? I'd rather have a cutscene without him killing him and then needing to like do fights with them. It's such a random boss fight, you know. I guess it's to add tension, but there's no tension, none at all. I think most of the time it just leads to frustration and then tension. I think you can damage the floor. I remember there being electricity on the floor that you could oh no, I think if you shoot the water, it electrocutes her. I can't remember. I never played this boss fight any other way than with the Typhoon, just because, I mean, why the fucking hell would you make a boss fight difficult? What's that? Great. Again, typing codes when a boss is running at you is it's not the easiest thing to do. This, in fact, shall we use one of them now? Because and this one. Use. There we go. May as well loot everything before we leave because we ain't coming back here. There's Typhoon ammo there. Yeah, that's her dead. It is funny though, as she asks, are you going to save her? It's like, am I going to save somebody who murdered all South Industries people? Of course I'm not. I'm going to let her suffer and die. Because, fuck her. Anyway. Hopefully that was interesting. I mean, to be honest, all the boss fights in this game are boring. They just take you from the action. I don't like them. But to be honest, they're not like they're not hard. You know, they're not boss fights where they're so difficult that you keep dying and repeating over and over again. You know, can't move yet. But that's Picus done anyway. Still can't move. There you go.
Jensen? Eliza Kassan just contacted me and told me I should meet you here. You ready to go?
Let's go.
Yeah, take us home, Malik.
Amen to that.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite areas, minus the boss fight. To be honest, like it's just the boss fight is easy. It's just not memorable, you know. There's no tension there. I don't know. I guess if you're playing this game, like, no, you wouldn't really know that, I guess.
Jensen, we've got a problem. I can't land at HQ. A riot's broken out. Boss says to drop you at your apartment.
I could use a shower.
You'll have to make it quick. He's on his way to meet you.
It's helpful, isn't it? Start throwing bottles of Molotovs at cops. That's going to help fix your problem. So this triggers the second visit to Detroit.
Mr. Jensen, we've been expecting you. Mr. Seraph went to your apartment.
Why are you on the roof? It's in my apartment. You better not be taking a piss in my toilet. So, for some reason, Cyrus hiding why they took Megan and her team. Of course, it's very suspicious what Cassandra, Eliza said at the end, though. People lie. I mean, obviously. I mean, Cyrus been bullshitting us the entire time, hasn't he? But we, as a player, know that's true. But
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen. You have new messages.
Apparently, that's not all I have. Make yourself at home, boss.
It's a fucking mess out there, Adam. You seen the news? Picus is telling everyone we're breeding super soldiers. Taggart's at the convention center right now, urging the UN to investigate.
Is it true?
Of course not.
Except for the Typhoon, right? And a few of those defense contracts.
What?
Oh, and let's not forget the fact that Megan's team was kidnapped right before her research went public. How do you explain that one, boss?
I wanted people to see that research. Megan was on the brink of something historic. Something that would have catapulted this company to the top of the Fortune 500. Her kidnappers knew it. They knew exactly where her research would take us. And they refused to let anyone else have that much power.
Anyone else? Eliza was right. You do know more than you've told me.
I suspected. But these people? They're like ghosts. Always in the shadows. Always hiding behind lies and proxies.
Who are they?
Well, a name won't mean much. They'll use whatever one suits their interests. Sometimes it's the Masons. Sometimes the Bilderberg Group. They've had a finger in every corporation, organization, or government initiative that's defined modern society.
You're talking about... the Illuminati?
It's no joke. They're organized and they operate over and above society.
You're serious? So why would the Illuminati kidnap Megan's team?
I already told you. Megan found a way to make augmentation safer for all of us, so we can all become like you.
Like me?
Like... you are. More than human. We've got to get him back, Adam.
You said Taggart is speaking at the convention center right now?
Bitch even sent me an invite.
His aide, Sandoval, is neck deep in this.
I don't know where Sandoval is, but Taggart will. Adam, you've got to handle this delicately. We don't know Taggart is involved, and we can't afford another punch in the face. I'm trusting you with this one.
oh, it's nice that you sent him a VIP pass card. What a nice bloke. Him is just neck deep in conspiracy. Did anyone stock my cupboard? They didn't. Bastards. So yeah, now we're in day 2 or second visit. Everything's like restocked. The Praxis kits from the limb clinic, I can rebuy them. Did we get any? We got one from doing the last mission. As I said before, nothing else. I don't need anything else. Everything's kind of where I'd want it. Everything else now is like convenience. Like probably just get this, get the extra lungs, I guess. What the fuck not? Yeah, so we'll head to I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's any side quests in this area. Oopsie. I'm pretty sure there is, so we'll have a look around and see if we can find them before we actually do the main mission.